So what I got here is a mind map that goes about four different types of philosophical invitations or endeavors or whatever you could call them. I'm not too sure what I would call them, but this is how it started. Was like it was gonna be four, and then one in the middle or several in diagonal positions, and I add more to diagonal positions over here. What this basically is a mind map on philosophies I had for a very long time, or at least for the last couple months or years. I've actually formed this since the last deep doc episode I've done on a certain channel on YouTube. If this is what it's uploaded to, you'll know what it is. But if it's not that one, we'll just go with where it's uploaded to. Most likely this will be on Marsh Scarf, but if it's on Token Country and Disciple, you'll know the difference. So yeah, these philosophies come from a series I made called Deep Documentaries. And what it was about was like deep abstract philosophies that could be explained in more great detail, could be more realistic, could be more sensible, but nonetheless, this is what one of the sources that derives from. Was one of the episodes goes about describing something to the likes of results, entertainment. This is now called intention instead of purpose, and this is stillness. And it expands from those four words to the rest of this list on this mind map, as you can see right here. We now have fortune directly in the middle. We could put a star on there if we want. We could even put arrows in the other directions. We have visualization in the far corner, affirmation in the far corner, manifestation in the far corner, and then boundaries in the far corner. And then we have in between those diagonals, we have drive, zest, luck, and peace. And we had some rewordings every once in a while to make sure that I had every other part of the alphabet starting with every letter word or whatever for some weird OCD reason. I'm not going to compare myself for that, but I'm not going to explain too long how to use this mind map, but I'll give you a few examples so you can work with it in your own time, and then I'll be off it from there. So basically how this mind map works is that it expands from the middle, but it can also expand from outside the circle as well to detract. And what you do is that you look at in terms of like, you could use those four words I mentioned earlier as a start. You could look at results, intention, entertainment, and stillness, and cycle through the circle or directions, diagonals, and slants, and see which one you can relate with more, and if you think this is a sensible mind map. Basically, for example, we have one of the best ones I think I made was luck, because luck is right between results, fortune, manifestation, and stillness. And you can think of luck being something that you have at random. You could also think of it as being something that you just you're willing to wait for, aka stillness. You have a way to have it at random, which could be fortune. It could be manifestation. But manifestation is more of something that you actually would want to get through. Now, that's not to say that manifestation is the opposite of affirmation. They don't have to be opposites, but for the sensibility of luck, affirmation and manifestation could be the same thing. But for this case, manifestation being relevant to luck is something like where you know you're gonna have something good happen to you because you let it happen. You're letting the stillness of it happen. You're allowing the actionability of the results to happen for the luck because you let that happen. And the fortunate part of the luck is that you happen to have that positive energy in you, whether it was supposed to be there or not. It still happened to be existent in the first place. So that's luck. Another example I'll use a foreign one. I'll use intention. Intention is between drive, zest, visualization, and affirmation. And I'm supposed to use only these two, but I can just use these other arrows, I guess. But intention is in between these four. There is a drive with intention. That could be self-explanatory. What I could say really is like with drive and intention, you're able to make sure that you have things that you do action orientate towards. You don't have to do them, but because you do push them with a reasoning, then you have that drive pushing forward. That makes a little bit of sense, I guess. Visualizing, you can visualize your intentions. You can have a zest for life for your intentions, and you can affirm and accept what your intentions are. One last one I'll use the fortune one. Now, so the fortune is in between drive, zest, luck, and peace. Now, fortune has a bit of a blessing to it. It's literally like just if you're fortunate, you can assign that meaning to money. You can assign it to blessings in your life, positive energy, etc. There is a drive to fortune because fortune drives people to make decisions that they may be better for worse for them. But in the meantime, that is still blessing in its disguise because you're able to drive decisions and even existences that otherwise would not have happened if you were not fortunate. If you didn't have the eye of the beholder kind of attitude at that point, which is a good way to put it at that point. Zest for life, having to be fortunate, well, that's kind of self-explanatory. You're able to have a zest for life anyways, even if it's not so fortunate, but that's fortune in itself, again. So peace of mind, peace of your space and attitude, you're able to be fortunate with that. That can be self-explanatory. I guess fortune is kind of the best one I could put in the middle, because even with luck, you have that compared to fortune, and you're lucky if you are fortunate, but you can also be fortunate if you're lucky. But the real blessing in here is that if you are seeing yourself as a lucky person, you're fortunate to believe in that kind of energy. And you don't want to be someone who doesn't have any of these things and is only fortunate, but that could be fortune itself. Maybe I don't know how to understand that right now. But fortune's probably the best one I could put in the middle, because even compared to ones like entertainment and boundaries, well, I mean, are there boundaries in fortune? Maybe you would have limitations that you can be grateful for. That could be like a good some gratitude. The entertainment side of fortune, the fun and happiness behind fortune, is that it does exist and that you do happen to have it, and that's something that can't be taken away from you, even if you think of things that you have lost over time that may have made you wonder what the point of it was, or even if you never learned anything particular that made it look like it was worthwhile. But you probably possess more wisdom than you realize. And that's all I got for you guys for now. Take this mind map with you and realize I made it on March 12th, 2022. But otherwise, yeah, take this mind map with you guys. I'll see you in another video. Take care.